Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Crypto back at it with another video for today. Before I start the video, I just want to say I hope you all had an amazing break from school, and as well as an amazing New Year's. I hope you guys are all safe, and as well as an amazing Christmas. I hope you guys got everything that you wanted. Now, for me, what I got was a new mechanical keyboard, so if you hear clicking in the background, that is what that is. I apologize. I'm still trying to figure out a way to get rid of that. But with that, let's jump right in. So as you see right off the get-go here, we have Puma's Mask and Tier 1 boots to start off with our first starter items, as well as in a normal game, depends on how good their team is, I would go into Purification or into Wrath. I would get Wrath if they have low CC. If they have high CC, definitely go into Purification, as well as 2 and 4 of Healing and Mana Pots. The reason why I do this is because THANATOS has Healing whenever he kills a minion or a person, so basically you really don't need too much healing pots, and this will actually kind of save you some money. Now let's jump right in. So the first item here we're in the beginning is Rare Tabi. The other boots here are really just, they don't really provide anything to Thanatos, so there's really no point in getting them. And then for the next item, this one's going to be up to you guys. I like going into Hydra's Lament, second item here. This is great for being able to stay in the jungle longer and being able to do a lot of damage your next basic attack after using an ability. Just to show you guys over here real quick. As you see here on the Odin bot, if I pop my 2 and then we have the passive here, my next basic attack has increased power, just smack the Odin bot and we hit for 215. And as you will see here in a second, the next basic attack does 139. Now early game, that is pretty much an incredible amount actually. If you're getting up close and personal with your enemies, you will be able to smack them down very quickly. The ideal way to use Hydra Met on most gods, if you get it, is to use an ability and then basic, use ability then basic, use ability then basic, and etc. That is how to get the most out of Hydra's Lament. Now this build will pretty much be primarily based on Hydra's Lament, meaning that we'll be building a lot of power and some pen as well. And then here for the next item, if I tend to fall behind here, then I would go into some defense. So the first item here will be Shifter's Shield, as you see here. As you see here of Shifter's Shield, this gives you 40 physical power and as well as 20 physical and magical protections. But with the passive, however, if you're above 50% health, you gain 20 physical power, so that means you would have 60, and as well as if you're under 50, you actually gain 20 more protections, so that means you'll have 40 of both physical and magical protections. So this item isn't too bad. In my opinion, it's pretty underrated on most assassins, or maybe some warriors. I would recommend getting this on some of the other classes as well. And the other option here for another defense is going into Breastplate of Valor. I feel like that one is probably more standard and just a little bit more favoritized by everybody else. Is that even a word? I don't know. It gives you 75 physical protections as well as 300 mana and 20% CDR, which is just good for being able to stay in the jungle longer and being a little bit more tanky. Now, if you're ahead, this is another different build. This is what the main build we've been going with, is the damage build. We will be going with Jotun's Wrath here. The reason why I picked Jotun's Wrath here is because it gives you 20% cooldown reduction, as well as 10 pen, 150 mana, and 40 physical power, which is just good yet again for being able to do more damage. Then, as you can see here, if we go smack this Odin bot, before we did 219, now we do 216. That's just more damage we're able to dish out on the enemies. The other item you can go into here will be Brawler's Beat Stick if they have a healer. This item I feel like is actually also very underused in the sense that it gives you 40 physical power and 20 flat pen, which is awesome. Your abilities will do a lot more damage, and as well as it reduces your enemy's healing regeneration by 40% for 8 seconds. Now this also means that the HP 5 bar will also be reduced too, so I mean if you're finding somebody and you think that they're going to gain some health back, or I don't know, something weird that happens, they'll just not gain as much health in general just because you have that 40% healing reduction on them. So yet again, as I said, it is primarily up to you. I will be going to this part. And then for your next item here, yet again, this is where I would probably put Shifter's Shield in my build. And obviously, you can still go into Breastplate of Valor here, but this is where I like getting Shifter's Shield right at this point. And then finally for the next item, I recommend getting some Winged Blade. just because this item gives you 300 health, which is awesome for being able to sustain if you're diving in there, you know, and getting a kill. This will help you primarily. This item will also help you get away because it gives you 20% CCR reduction, which is great just in case you ever get stunned or rooted. This reduces that by 20%, as well as 10% attack speed, which will also help benefit Hydra's Lament here. And 10% movement speed, which is awesome because you already have 30% movement speed at max rank from your 2, so that's 40% movement speed all together with that. And as well as the passive from this, whenever you're hit by a slow, you're immune to the slow and you gain increased movement speed by 20%. So with this and your passive, you have 50% movement speed just right there. And then now for the last item here, this one is going to be up to you guys. If you still think you're not doing enough damage, obviously you can go into Titan's Bane or Brawler's Beat Stick. Obviously go into Brawlers if they have heals, and then if they don't, I would go into Titan's Bane. Now, the only reason why I would ever recommend Crusher is if maybe your team is just like stupid and they can't split push or something like that. You can obviously go into Crusher. This item is still as good, people just don't get it a lot because of the passive, because it's mainly for guys that split push. That's always an option here. So for this, we can go into Titan's Bane, or another item that you can go into will be Bloodforge. Now, I would only get Bloodforge if you're super far ahead, meaning that maybe you're level 20 and everybody else is like level 18 or 17 and stuff like that. This item is great for being able to dive an enemy, get out of there, and then maybe just keep, you know, redoing that over and over again. Also, this item gives you 75 physical power, which will also increase Hydra's Lament basic hits for a lot. So basically, if we go back here, I'm going to guess we're in a basic attack for around 400. Yep, 442. And then without it, let's see what we 312. So we're hitting for 130 more damage just with Hydra's Lament, which is honestly amazing. You're going to be able to chunk people down very fast with the Thanatos at this point late game. I think this build is pretty damn viable, and I think this will help him become better in the late game. Now, obviously, he still lacks the defense, because mainly he just goes and executes people and tries to get away. But with Bloodforge and with that shield, this will very much help you be able to dive the back line and try to get out of there alive and safe. That's been it, guys. If you guys liked the video, smack that like button down below, and as well as subscribe. We are very close to 100 subscribers yet again. Everything will help. Also comment down which god you guys want next. That's been it, guys. Have a great day. Peace. Oh!